Thank you for tuning in to JLM Radio Way of Thinking Culture Views podcast under an Applewhite production. We got two lovely ladies in the house representing here in Las Vegas. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Tawana with the new teeth.
My name is LaJoy.
Where you guys from?
California, Bakersfield, California.
Okay.
I live in Vegas for the last 5 years.
Nice.
Hey, now, say now. I'm originally from San Luis, Missouri, but I live here currently in Las Vegas, Nevada.
There you
and
go.
I don't like it, but let's go.
We're talking and touching down on the Love, Dating, Relationship podcast. We got these ladies going to go ahead and give us some information on their experiences, their opinions, and also what they witnessed in the dating field. Let's get into it. The first question I have for you is, in your opinion, in your experience, what to you is the dating pool like?
Well, in my opinion, I think the dating pool in this day and age is tricky.
Trash.
Well, touchdown, what do you mean by that? Tell me.
I say it's tricky because of the catfishing technology.
Mm-hmm.
You say you look like this right now, but then when it's time to meet up, you looking like Respucia or Norby. Like, what the fuck?
Just keep it real. I weigh 500 pounds, and I like it.
Yeah.
So when you say you experience, have you stepped into the dating pool? Are you retiring the dating pool? What have you like literally experienced in the dating pool? That men being like liars, you know what I mean? The catfish
To move in.
Right, the quick to move in and be like dishonest about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe a lot of dating is going on as far as you could date a lot of people and not get serious with none of them because it's just considered dating. And then you dilute the dating pool.
I have something to say about that. I feel like in our culture, they don't believe in dating.
Mm-hmm.
They take it as she's being a hoe, she's being promiscuous.
Mm-hmm.
True.
You can date multiple men and not have sex with them.
Right.
You can go on dates. We can go to movies. We can do a lot of different things with multiple people when you're single.
Mm-hmm.
When you're single, I feel like you can do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You don't have to, you don't have to just date this one person. You're dating to see what you like, who you like.
Right.
Who you're attracted to, who you got the most chemistry with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we are a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Stuck in our old ways,
Mm-hmm.
probably when our grandparents and all that, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
was coming. I just feel like we don't think it's okay to date
Right.
multiple people. You can date multiple people
Mm-hmm.
and not have
But
sex.
you know what? That's a good one. Because what is the definition of dating in this day and age?
Correct.
We're in the 21st century. What exactly is the definition? Is it somebody you sleeping with? Somebody you just Netflix and chilling with?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Well,
it somebody you introducing to the family?
With the dating situation.
Okay.
Me, I've never just dated.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk? Can we say, like, we can cuss and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, of
Just make
course.
sure. My thing is, if you have sex with me, you're my boyfriend. Because I'm not having sex with nobody else.
Right.
Okay.
I like you, especially if I'm dating you for a while. I'll give you an example when I met my husband. When we started, we were talking, and then we end up, and I told him, like, if you go there with me, be
Mhm.
ready to be with me.
Right.
And that's it. And I've been with him ever since.
And now he's your husband. So that
To me, that's a definition of a non-hoe.
and that
You're
just
not
shows
sleeping with everybody. Your body is your temple.
right. And that just shows
I
that if
understand
you put out your expectations, that somebody out there is going to fulfill them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the dating pool is I feel like it's been diluted by a lot of these, and I don't mean to put anybody on blast. A lot of the younger generation, these women are like, look, we dating consists of you taking me out to eat, taking me shopping, and I might sleep with you. And then it's given, like, again, it's diluting the pool from even back when we were dating in our 20s and 30s. It was more like, okay, we dating, we hanging out, we get to know each other. If we sleep together, we sleep together. But it's not like, oh, this is what it's going to be. You're going to take me shopping. I'm dating you. and this is what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? So now that's why a lot of people say the dating pool, quote unquote, has pee in it. Have y'all heard that?
Yeah, no, for real, because that's where it gets confused. Dating and tricking.
There you go.
And a lot of men in these day and age, they're afraid to even get you stuff and buy you stuff because they don't want to be a trick.
Right. And then feel like
if you buy me flowers, you're not a trick. If you buy me a purse, you're not a trick. If you buy me a necklace, I mean, you know what I mean? Give me nice things. Right. Those are gifts because we're dating, you're courting me.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of people feel like, so I seen on social media a young dude, he basically was like, I ain't got time to be dating y'all. I'm just going to pay for it. I ain't got time.
You know what I think like twisted in that era is when Love and Hip Hop came on the scene, and you got people like Jocelyn and Cardi B that made tricking confused with dating. So that's why I think it got confused, because you had high power influencers like that that tell you, no, this is what it is. This is what it is. When actually they confuse the two. So that's why I think the difference is with dating and tricking. It's actually the same thing. It's just different wording. That's like, somebody that I'm not trying to be with you. You just buying me shit. You my sugar daddy. Where versus dating somebody, I'm not. Not only are you buying me things or spending time with you, I'm getting to know you. It's just me and you. Yeah, you got other people, but we have a special connection.
Right.
That's the difference for me.
And is it special enough for me to cut everybody off?
Right.
Okay, I'm loving these answers. Okay, let's go move on to the next question I have. It kind of piggybacks off what the first question was, and the question is, how has social media influenced dating, good and bad? Start off with the good.
Okay, so as far as the good part, how's it influenced it? It just gives everybody an open window to what to expect. You get what I'm saying? Versus back then, we didn't have that. The computers and technology wasn't big. Now, let me put that out there on Facebook or whatever social media to show that this is what you're supposed to have in order for somebody to be with you or claim you. You get what I'm saying?
And then I'm gonna piggyback off that. I feel like social media, initially going on social media every single day and seeing people date, I feel like honestly, if y'all not locked in and married and you post your significant other, it's like a curse. It really is. I find myself seeing like, hold on, y'all, you dating this person, y'all taking pajama pictures, and the next thing you know, it's like you bad mouthing. And it's like, I have come to find out that if you are not locked in with your partner, married, that you may want to keep it under wraps until you're comfortable, because people don't like to see people happy. They really don't. And then social media has opened up, like you said, a window for people to have their opinions, people to start snooping, people to start feeling some type of way about
saying that was my man, he was just in my
and so that, to me, back in the day, you couldn't DM somebody and be like, yo, he was in my inbox. Now you gotta go find her, go to her, before you used to have to go to her job, try to find who she was. So now the social media has such easy access to the good and the bad. The good thing to me, social media is it's easy to date on social media. You know what I mean? You can reach out to somebody, DM, oh, you pretty, you cute, you handsome. Next thing you know, y'all talking. The bad thing to me on social media is it's scary meeting people on social media.
Yes,
it really is.
You know what? I think it's scary, period.
Right.
I lived in LA for 5 years, and I can tell you I didn't date anybody. People try to talk to me. I gave my number out, stuff like that. But dating for me is, I don't know you.
Exactly.
Like, if I start liking you, then you crazy. You could kill me and my kids. I didn't meet my husband on social media, but he tried to talk to me on social media. What made me comfortable is I knew his family.
Oh wow, nice.
So I like to date people that's a good one. I know somebody that knows you. something. I gotta have some type of something. I'm just not gonna date a stranger. I'm just not. I know a lot of people do, but I cannot date a stranger for my own personal reasons. You know what I mean? Like, from childhood.
It sounds like you like to do your research.
I'll just say from childhood trauma, my trust is this when it comes to me. And I have children. So I have to know somebody that knows me. So people's like, you don't talk to nobody? No, I'm afraid. I'm really afraid to let you know where I live at.
Wow.
That's real. That's real.
I don't know you. We could date a whole year. You could have had a whole secret family somewhere. Because I'm not from here. You know what I mean? I don't know you like that. Your background.
And there's a lot of that out there.
You could be a woman beater. That's not always, you can't always look a woman beater up because everybody ain't calling the police.
And everybody don't look like a woman beater on their Facebook profile or their Instagram.
I might get smart with you and you slap me down to the ground. I'll be like, but
where was
his sister cousin them knew he a woman beater. Somebody put his hand.
So you know.
Friend know somebody, girl, you a woman beater. You better be careful.
Right.
Then you know how to deal with that situation.
Right.
I'm not dealing with y'all, but I'm just saying, I'm just real. I'm not picky.
But cautious.
Picky, but I have to know somebody that knows you.
That's good.
I don't see that as being picky. I see it as being reserved and doing your research. You're very careful, cautious. There we go. You're cautious about who you allow in your personal space. I get it.
Because social media can be dangerous.
Brutal.
It really can be.
You can have somebody come over here. No one can come to my house. Okay, I don't live nasty. I don't live none of that.
Right.
But it could be a couple things out of place. You get into it with that person, they like, she nasty, sneaking, taking pictures, posting, like.
True. And you don't know nothing
about it. Because people would slaughter your character in seconds.
Yes, they will.
And you got people that will believe it, then you got people that won't. But social media, like you said, is good.
And it's bad. It has a lot of access. Yeah. That's good, yo. I'm feeling that.
With social media, like you said, I'm going to piggyback on what Latoya just said. When it comes to social media, some people believe you, some people don't. But if enough people keep saying it, that's what gives it legs.
So when I see you, I'm like, you know what? She probably like my man. I don't know. She might be. She nice.
Yes.
I won't even give you a chance now. So, and she could probably end up being one of the coolest persons in the world to me. Beneficial to my life, me beneficial to her life. Because somebody then messed her whole fucking character up. I'm not even gonna give you a chance.
Right.
I'm to you.
Yeah.
Then you got access, like I said, people. Right. People.
I've seen and heard.
Right. People portray. People show you what they want you to see on social media because you can choose what you put on there, but you really cannot define a person's character off posts. You know what I mean? It look good. It look good. It sound good. You know what I mean? You posting your Instagram pictures and this, but who are you really in person though?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Okay, so how was dating for y'all, or have y'all experienced or even witnessed women, or even in your early 20s? How was that experience, and then now in your 30s? Like, even before you're married. I'm not sure how long you've been married, but in your 20s, like when you first maybe got out of high school, kind of learned about yourself, you know, kind of grown up in a little bit in a way, thought we were grown, and started dating. You know what I mean? How was dating in your 20s as far as you maturing and being the immature person that you were in the 20s and now maturing in your 30s?
I'm going to say from probably 21 to 20. Shoot. I really didn't too much date in my 20s. I dated when I was 28 to like 30 something. I was single for like 7 years. And
okay.
I'm not old. I dated. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't bring no one home.
Right.
Children. And if you are gone before 5 o'clock in the morning. My kids don't see you. Type of thing. I respected my kids.
Huh.
So either that I had a babysitter or I was sneaking around. Everybody thought that was weird. Like, why are you sneaking? You the mama, you're grown. Because my kids not going to see no men coming out of my house.
Especially running in and out.
I was the same man, but I wasn't comfortable with letting that man meet my kids.
Okay.
And that's a touchy subject too.
Eventually, after 6 months, 7 months, he did come around. I did introduce him to my kids, and then you know, and we dated for like 2 years. After that.
Oh, okay.
What about you?
After that, I stopped dating him. Then that's when I was single again. That's when I met my husband. But me dating, like I said, me and dating, I'm just gonna talk to you. Even though, like I said, I feel like we should date, but I was in that smoke where you talk to me, I'm just talking to you, and that's it.
Right.
No expectations.
If I was not married and I was in the dating life still, I would date. I don't have to have sex with everybody, but I would date.
Yeah.
Because I never said we would
I never dated. If we don't even have a title, but I'm in my brain acting like your girlfriend, and you not, because you dating multiple.
Right. What about you, Tawana? Yeah. What about the dating for you in your 20s?
In my 20s, dating, like you're right, I didn't have no expectations that I had a whole nigga at home. I would call it an open relationship. We just didn't know it was open.
I love the honesty. Hey, that's why we here. Right.
He was doing his thing. I was doing my thing. I really feel like it was a comfort zone. So being so young, and then we went from high school all the way up into the age of 28. We're still kids kind of a little bit. We're still kind of immature, still trying to figure this out. We're still trying to, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah, we was together, but I'm not gonna lie, it was people outside of our togetherness that we was still trying to find each other.
Yeah.
So I would say in the early 20s, that's when, you are dating a lot, because you're trying to not only find your so-called soulmate, but you're also still finding yourself and what meshes with you.
Right. I'm gonna piggyback off that too. You're right, because
I wasn't humping like that, but shit, that wasn't the expectation. I just want to kick it and have fun. I want to go out and play like kids. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily kids, but we're doing adult play.
Yeah.
Versus in your 30s, it's like, okay, let me get I can still play with you, but let me see what you about. Let me see, like, okay, if something wasn't happening, would you run? If I need a bill paid, are you gonna help me? Are you gonna talk about me? Like, what's going on?
Right.
To me, that's the difference versus dating in my 20s. I didn't need shit from you. Now that I'm in my 30s, it's like, okay, if we dating, what can we do for each other?
That's good. I like that. That's, to me, dating in my early 20s. I did meet my baby's father in my 20s, so that was kind of like my first real adult relationship. I'm not gonna say first love, but maybe puppy love, because now in my 30s, I have realized, to me, what love really is and what it consists of, and different feelings that it that it makes me feel. But in my 20s, I really was out. I wasn't focusing on nothing. We was in the hanging out in the club, just turned 21. So dating to me was like, oh, you like me, we talking, but don't pressure me into nothing. You know what I mean? Don't pressure me, because you could take advantage of, the older man was talking to us, and they see a young girl who's probably like, vulnerable, or and so I was just not, my expectations weren't there. Don't pressure me, especially don't make me feel no type of way about anything. Don't make me feel uncomfortable. Now in my 30s, you make me feel uncomfortable, oh, you getting blocked. Or you know what I mean? Or I ain't got time for this. I'm going to tell you how it is. Or you make me uncomfortable. Why are you pressuring me? Oh, I'm not with that. I don't owe you nothing. That's my motto. I don't owe you nothing. You don't owe me nothing. I kind of just would like to see, where it would go. You know what I mean? Because you never know. Yeah. You know what I mean? And now we're at the point where I want to get to know you versus fuck just kicking it. I want to get to know you. Who are you? Right. Because people behind all these looks and the big PPE and the tall, dark, and handsomeness. Let me see what's your brain like, what's your heart like. You know what I'm saying? Yes. All right, moving on. I'm liking this. Moving on. What are the most important qualities a man you think should have, and then us women should have, to offer men? As far as like, your qualities?
I believe in 50-50.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. When coming to the table, yes, I do believe in 50-50 as long as we're dating. But once we get established, meaning I'm your man, you my man, I'm your woman, I feel, okay, we can court for at least 3 years. Because in my opinion, I think 3 years is long enough for a man or a woman to decide if they're going to marry this person.
Right. That's good.
That's just me. Some people say 5, some people say 10, I say 3.
What important qualities do you have? Like, give me 3 qualities that you feel like a man should have that would make that you should have make you feel like he could be the one or he couldn't be the one. You know what I mean? Good or bad qualities. To me, I like a man that is real chill. Like, I'm not with all the rah-rah. I mean, I like a man to be grown around me. You know what I mean? Like, and so, right. You know what I mean? A man who has a great relationship with his mother. You know what I mean? And who's focused. You know, who could teach me something. Who could teach me something. A quality like, so I like, you know, for me, I would think like I can get to a point where my mouth, for instance. So if I'm dating somebody with a mouth and we both got mouths, we're going to clash. So it has to be the opposite. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm blessed with somebody. Right. I'm blessed with somebody who's very calm and knows how to calm me down because that's what I need. That's a quality to me. You know what I mean? To be able to be calm in hectic situations because I can't be sometimes. And that's because women are built off emotions, you know, so men have emotions, but they know how to control them. So control is a quality that I like. I like a man that can control his urges. You got men who are running around at certain ages trying to get those urges out, but have no control. You know what I mean? Right. Like you can't control yourself.
That comes with growth. That comes with maturity. Because we all didn't start out that way. You get what I'm saying? I can relate to you on that. I need my man to be cool, calm, and collected because I'm a firecracker. It's hard for me to calm down. I need somebody that's going to be able to not hear the yelling and screaming, but listen to the message. Right. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I love about him. I'm crazy, but he also listens to the message and be like, okay, I get where you're coming from. Because after being together with somebody for so long, you should be able to look past all the crazy and hear what that person is saying.
I like
so that's an important quality.
I like that. I like that a lot.
You get what I'm saying?
I like that.
You got to have a sense of humor. Let's laugh.
Right, girl. You know what? I mean, you know what? I like to hear you. I like to hear you say that.
I got goals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta have goals that don't meet mine. They got to be a little bit higher to motivate me to come up there.
There you go.
We got to be able to learn from each other.
Right. That's a good quality.
You're not better than me. I'm not better than you. We're equal. Now, granted, the Bible does say the man's supposed to, have an inch more than what the woman got, but depending on his DNA and who his mama daddy is, that ain't always true.
Oh my God, that's good. That's good. So, what good qualities a woman you think should have? Hi. What good qualities you think a woman should have to enable to put herself out there to be a catch, for a man? Like, you got women out here who are do something for me, take me out, do stuff for me, and it's like, well, what do you bring to the table? What qualities do you believe a woman should have that men are looking for? Quality men are looking for
a good conversation.
Okay, someone who can keep you stimulated.
The conversation, the appearance, that's an outside thing. You're gonna see that automatically. Okay, but when it comes to actually talking and engaging, and when I walk up to you, say, "Hey, how you doing?" You like, "What's up?" I want to hear that. Hey, how you doing, ma'am? How you doing? Oh, I'm doing great. How are you this evening? I mean, sometimes you can be corny, and depending on how much alcohol I have and the environment, because women to me adjust to our environment. men always is on 10 because they don't know the environment. So it's a natural thing for them to go into protective mode. Like for women, it's a natural thing for going to nurture mode.
Right. To me, a quality that a woman should have is being able to be by the one that she loves and she trusts and that protects her, is being able to be molded and being able to be, you know, a woman should be able to know when she is wrong and apologize. Even a man should do that, because we tend to be like, you know, well, I'm not wrong, well, he's wrong, but then you never really look at each other's perspective. So to me, a good quality a woman would have was to be able to be molded and taught, you know, and mirrored on her own self. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what your other side of perspective is unless a man tells you, and sometimes you don't have an open ear to that. You know, you're like, I don't want to hear it, or you just stuck in your ways, and then next thing you know, you done lost a good thing because you're not, you know what I mean, willing to. Yeah, so I feel like that's a quality that I have myself have opened up to, like, okay, you know, was I wrong? You know what I mean? Am I wrong? Okay, I'm wrong, but I'm willing enough to apologize and be like, okay, you know, right, and how could I have handled it differently next time? You know what I mean? Yeah. What about you, LaJoy? What do you think a woman should have as far as qualities that a woman should have in order to attract and bring to the table for a man that is qualified himself?
I think you should have just as much as him.
Right. Okay.
I think your expectations shouldn't be so high.
Right.
If you basic package 101. There's a lot of that going on.
There's a lot of that. Touche.
It's a lot of basic bitches that want this man to have all this stuff, and you ain't got nothing. A pot to piss, they don't want to throw that up. You wait for him to come up. So if you want a top notch, you need to step it up and be equal to him as well.
That's good.
Don't wait on nobody to put you on. You should be on already.
Right. Whatever, and if not, getting there.
Be able to have whatever you expect him to have, you should have to. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that.
Like, give me a quality. Give me a quality that is not. Right. Give me a quality like a woman should have that's not monetary, not physical, more like a trait, like an honest trait. You know what I mean? Like, what is a quality that woman should have as far as intangible? You can't touch it, hear it, smell it. Something that maybe
morals, for sure.
Morals, nice, okay, and loyalty.
Stand to yourself. That's first and foremost. You gotta have loyalty to yourself. Because you can be the open type, and you. I mean, it's not necessarily bad, but you got to know your limits, your boundaries within yourself.
Oh, this is good. This is good. Let me move on here. What to you is what is a relationship deal breaker to you? Kids what? Elaborate.
If we already together and you don't have no kids on me, okay, great.
Oh.
I mean, you know, if we together and you have kids, I'm done. You can't take that life back.
Oh, okay. So you mean like kind of like cheating and then having a baby on you in the relationship?
And yes.
Wow, I've never heard that. Nice. Okay.
Like that. Always stood on that.
Okay.
And I had that happen to me. My first relationship, he had a baby on me. I left. There was no questions asked. It was over. I want to say maybe I got a little soft in my older years. It was a break baby, but it still was a baby.
Oh, see,
I've always felt like Tawana. I still feel like that, but I always say to women, you don't know what you would do until you're in that situation.
True.
Okay, we getting somewhere.
I was the girl that my cousins, friends, anybody would call, like, what should I do?
Ooh.
And I'm like, and I'll tell them everything to do because I've been there and I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not taking that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you my opinion. I would never tell you to leave your man, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I would never tell any of my friends, cousins, sisters to leave their man, ever. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I was always the girl. I didn't take no shit. I would leave instantly. When I say instantly, you go to jail. I'm done. I did jail one time with my daughter's dad. And I was about to marry him, but he ended up passing away.
Oh.
So...
sorry.
That was one time only, and I told him when he got out of jail, I don't do jail. I did it with you because I love you. I see something different. But if you go back again, it's over. You got 6 months to get a job. 6 months he got a job. He ended up being a foreman of the job. You know what I mean? So I give you a chance. I don't date for money. I don't date to see what you can give me. That's all. Because I'm going to have to pay these bills if you here or not.
Right.
And I would never set myself up to need you.
Ooh.
Because then if you leave,
amen.
Okay.
We getting into something.
My dad went to the feds when I was 16. He told my mother was a nurse. Told my mother to stop working when I was 14.
Yeah.
My mother was lost. We was struggling, scraping up, trying to keep bills on because my daddy's gone now. I watch a lot of people too, and I learn from their mistakes too. And I always say what I'm not gonna do. I'm an only child from my mother and my stepdad. So I knew at 16 pregnant, I'm not doing that. I'm always have my own. I don't care what you have.
Okay.
I don't care what you have.
Period.
It's just a bonus to me because you married or not, you can wake up and still walk out the door and never.
Okay.
I agree with
that. But anyway, back to what we're talking about the deal breakers. I had a lot of deal breakers, and the number one was you can't obey them. I've been through that. I left. It was a break baby, but it still was from the other baby mama that you already had a baby by. And it took a lot to get over that. I still kind of bring it up sometimes.
I understand. I
think I brought it up today.
Speaking of,
that's really that's trauma.
It is.
Trauma.
Wow.
And like I said, I can say I would never do this. I would never do this, and then when it happens to you, you don't know what the fuck.
That's true. That is very true. For me, I agree.
It's really a sensitive subject because it's like the baby gotta come around and stuff, and it's like I would never mistreat no one's children, ever. But it's still in the back of my brain when I see you
interacting.
I've been with you for 6 years, 7 years almost, 7 years almost, and you have a 5-year-old. You got a 6-year-old because when we're talking, she got pregnant because she was trying to run me away. And I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why I did stay. I'm older than them. I'm 11 years older than them. I know the tactic of what you're doing. You're trying to get rid of me.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You know this man don't want you like this. You know for 1,000 facts this man don't want you like this. But if I don't want him, you know he's going to go over there with you. So, in my brain, I'm like, she's doing everything. She's pulling tricks out her ass. You trying to make a point and got left with that point.
Oh. Mic drop.
By yourself. Now you're raising 3 kids alone.
Because it was all revenge type shit. That was just also revenge.
It wasn't like he was sneaking, had a whole different bitch over here, and then me, and we didn't know about each other. You know what I'm saying? And she acted like, oh my God, I'm pregnant about this man. We were in love. No. You knew I kicked him the fuck out because he was sneaking around talking to you. And I told him, now you don't have to sneak. Now you can go be with her. I didn't engage you to her. You don't want to be over there. But I made him suffer. I made stuff for about almost 3 months until I was tired. So I was like, okay, crying, calling me, telling this bitch, I told you I want LaJoy.
But see,
and I'm
like
thinking now, I start thinking, what would my mother do? What would my mother tell me? My mother passed away when I was 28. One thing my mother always told me is, you don't give no bitch your man. You don't do that.
Okay.
They will do whatever to get rid of you. She told me about that with my boy's dad. Like, you don't give nobody your man. And I was thinking, fuck him, I'm about to go live. I've been with him since I was 15, and we broke up when I was 19. No, we broke up when I was pregnant with my second son. I was 7 months and left him, and never ever looked back. Yeah. I have
that's a good
5-year-old. My son would have been 23. My daughter's 14, and my other son is 4. I'm not as a baby mama either.
Okay.
Let's move on. I'm digging this conversation here. What about how do you handle, or how would you handle difficult conversations with your partner? That's kind of piggybacking off what we were just talking about, how like how you're basically saying, this is the deal breaker, you do this, this is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm putting it on the table, and now if you make that decision, you know that that's a deal breaker. So how would you handle difficult conversations with your partner, even if it's about like financial, sexual,
disappearing for 48 hours,
expectations?
Shut up, LaJoy.
How would you give me a general? Like, what would you?
I think difficult conversations.
What do they require?
I really can't say we have difficult conversations.
Okay. To me,
I think difficult conversations might be talking about his children. I think that's difficult for him to talk to me.
Okay. To me,
it's really have to difficult. Like I said, I love those babies. So
for me,
I have to let you don't have to be uncomfortable
talking
to me about the babies.
Right.
Now we're over that. I said at the beginning, he didn't like to even say nothing. I'm the one to be like, hey, let's call the kids. Like, hey, he doesn't want to make me feel no type of way. And I have to reassure him I don't feel no type of way. Even though I do sometimes. But I'm saying I don't want him to feel like that, because I accepted it,
and we're here.
We moved on. I accepted the apology. Me and the baby mama's cool now.
Nice.
At this moment, you know what I mean? And I would like to be that way forever. You know what I mean? But some people get in their feelings and their ways, and it be that. But other than that, like, I'll try to make it not be difficult for him to talk about.
To me, handling a difficult conversations, which I have experienced that. To me, when you're in the moment, I'm not going to say respect is out the window, but you can be overtaken by your emotions in that moment. And then, you know what I mean? It's hard to have any type of conversation with your partner, because you're fuming off emotions. And then past experiences come up, things that, hurt comes up. And it's like, how are we even trying to move forward in this conversation? To me, I find myself only moving forward with difficult conversations after I done already blew up. You know what I mean? Right. I done blew up. I done chopped your head off, cut your head off. A day done went by, and now it's like your fuming levels back down low. You're in a place where you can think correctly and think, with a clear mind. And now it's like, okay, well, how do we get past this? Where did we go wrong? And then it's like, this is where the solution's gonna be. But in that moment, that is out the window. It's hard.
Completely.
Out the window.
Because your emotions override everything.
And to me,
I don't want to talk about shit until you tell me what I want to hear. And if what you're telling me is not something that it sounds logical or functional, you're lying.
Yeah, to me, I find myself shutting down. Like, I'm done. I'm over. You know what I mean? I'm not texting no more for the day. So handling
it's
that.
about respect.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta respect my like you say, my morals. You have to respect that about me. I have boundaries for myself. And if you're gonna cross those boundaries, I don't know if I can trust you now.
Right. So that's the conversation that you have. That's the difficult conversation you have, piggybacking off what you said with the relationship deal breaker, right?
It's okay. It's the kids and the disappearing act. Nigga, you a magician? Like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know you had tricks up your sleeve when I met you. You should have told me this. Don't let me find this shit out 10, 11 years into the relationship and you disappear and I don't know who the F you are. So now I'm looking at you different. The man that I thought that I knew, I don't know anymore. So now I'm in the process of getting to know you all over again because this lets me know, okay, you will pull some sneaky shit like that.
Right.
Who the hell are you? You know what I mean?
It's hard to build that trust back up.
It's hard. It's so hard because it's all types of stuff rolling through your mind. And I keep asking you the same question because what you told me, it's not settling. It doesn't make any sense. Your phone died, nigga, it's chargers all over the world. And you mean to tell me you can drive your black ass to Walmart, walk, run, hitchhike, nothing, and find a fucking charger? I work in the hotel industry. I find chargers every day. How the fuck you can't find no charger? Let me tell you.
That has
the
worst lie. And a lot of men do not know how to lie. They don't know how to lie.
Oh, God.
Ever. Knock, knock. 222. Do you have a charger I can borrow charge my phone? You have an iPhone or Android? Okay, you get a charger before you get a bottle of water. that shit down the street.
Oh, God. All right, we're going to move on. So there is a video that's...
Fuck him up right now.
So there is a video a few months ago that was circulating about a young lady who was being videotaped on the phone by an individual, a man who literally flew her out of town, wined and dined her, and then was upset that the young lady did not want to have sexual intercourse with him. So this is basically the flued out culture. I'm not sure if you guys seen the video, but it does show them arguing and them touching down. More like she was explaining how she felt like it's not her obligation to sleep with him, and he was like, well, I did fly you out here. You knew what this came with, and if you don't know, you know. You know what I mean? You know the culture. What do y'all think about that?
She playing.
Okay.
She was trying to put him in the sugar daddy lane when he was trying to be in the effing lane.
What you say?
I'm sorry, Twan. What did you say? She won?
She was.
No, I said she's trying to put him in the sugar daddy lane. Basically, like, you my trick. I only want to F with you when you can do something for me. When he told her from jump, this what it is. And then when it came time to execute, she went left. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. Like,
well, let me say this. I feel like he jumped the gun. He shouldn't even ask that. Because if you find me how we kicking in, we on our way to go kick it and enjoy the night, and you gonna ask me, am I gonna fuck you? No. My husband can be like, don't act that. I don't know. I'm just weird when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let it happen.
Yeah.
It probably would have happened.
Right.
That doesn't be totally wrong. So where now I feel defensive. And no, bitch, just because you flew me, I don't mean I'm gonna fuck you, even though in my brain I probably was going to. No, you right. Makes sense. Keep going.
Yeah, it does.
Like, oh,
right. Don't treat me.
Right. I didn't flew you out here. I didn't gave you money. Okay, you don't even know what I planned on doing.
Amen.
But since you brought it up before we can even get it begun.
Right.
No, I'm not fucking you. No.
Now you turned off.
All the way.
See, I didn't think about it like that.
She nowhere broke. If she knew. I'm not.
So I seen two separate videos. The first one was kind of like a young girl that he was videotaping her in the hotel room, and he was.
I saw the one in the car.
That's the one I was. That's the one I touched down to with the young lady. How he was like driving her back to the airport, and he made her get her own luggage. Yeah. So the first one was kind of like a not young girl, but you could tell she was in her 20s, maybe 30s, and he was videotaping her, saying, I flew you out here, and I took you out to eat. You say you only eat good food, and I did everything that I wanted you to do. and now you acting like you don't want me to touch you. That's what I got from that video. And she's going off saying, don't touch me. That's not my obligation. So he basically kicked her out of the hotel room, was like, you gotta go. So that's the first. And that was the first video. The second one was the one that we all seen, where he was basically kicking her out of the car and saying, you know,
he barely picked her from the hotel. You don't know what was gonna happen.
Right, for real. Don't make me feel.
You jumped the gun. Shut up. I guess he said he wanted to spend nothing else that he knew for sure.
See, you thinking like a man, and I'm liking that. You really thinking like a dude. That's probably how he was really thinking. Yeah.
I haven't seen the videos. She should have her bag by having a round trip ticket. Because it only would have been $100 to change it back to home.
Oh.
You don't get no
that'd be my thing though. That'd be my thing though about these flight dates. Get that shit all out in the open.
Yeah.
What are we COVID shit for? We're grown.
Yeah. Put your expectations out on the table.
On the age, from the 30s to the 20s. Like these girls in their 20s, if he in his 30s, you got to think about the money.
Yeah. So that,
some girls want you to pay them.
True. Everybody in a good house.
Them young girls, you gotta get my hair, my nails done, my hair. I mean, I need everything. Nails now, a full set is $100.
Yeah.
It ain't back in there where you get everything done, your eyebrows, your eyelash, everything for $100. No. These young girls,
right. You made a point, with Joy. Times change. So, of course, the requirements and qualifications change with the times.
Right.
And these girls want you to pay them. And that's just the bottom line. I don't even know if they date for love. I think they date for money.
It's all about money.
I've heard that.
That's what I'm going with.
What about
the size of the penis? Oh wait, are we on that yet?
Not yet. What about y'all? Have y'all ever witnessed or experienced, or what's your take on sex on the first date in this generation? Not when we were younger.
Everybody fucking. Let's keep it real.
I don't think there's no 3-month rule like back in the day.
Okay. Everybody fucking. Ain't no
Everybody
fucking on the same first night.
Everybody probably feel like we grown.
Even people who are married are dating and fucking on the first night.
Are y'all comfortable with that? Would you be comfortable with that?
I don't want to share my BK. Fuck you.
No.
Only if I'm drunk and on a thizzle, then I'll think about it.
She on probation. All right, and then we're gonna move on. What is considered cheating?
Everything.
Let's be specific.
A heart.
Not a heart.
A heart?
I don't mind the liking on the picture. No, I just don't want you to conversate.
Consistent, you're flirting.
Yes. Yes, I agree with that. You want to be seen. You like it on every damn picture. I want your attention. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, I'm glad we're talking about that. So, it's okay for the men to like on pictures, but it's not okay for women to like on pictures.
I can say this: we have never had that problem with liking and me liking stuff and liking stuff, because he knows if it's consistent, it's gonna be a problem. And then when I was on Facebook, there's different emojis. You don't got a heart to get stuff. You just press it and keep going. I feel like
I'm okay with that.
And you flip all the way to the heart. That's too much work. Press it and keep going. I mean, because people look cute and handsome, it's fine. Press it and go. But when you pressing it and holding it, gotta go to the heart, that was too much work.
You put up.
It was too much.
So you said a DM, liking, consistent in liking. Consistent in liking pictures. What about
heart your mama stuff, heart your sister stuff, your auntie stuff? Don't be hard them bitches stuff,
because it can be
take that, and then bitches take it away too. Like her look a heart in my picture.
True.
It could have been just one heart, one picture out of 50,000 pictures out the whole month. they gonna say, well, her husband was hard my picture.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Making it more than what it is.
Right.
You got a point there, because I'm sure I'm gonna be looking at his ass like, what is that, a light?
LaJoy done changed the game with this right here.
I don't mind a light. Thumbs up like a motherfucker. But like she said, that heart, that's doing a lot of work, nigga. You had to press hold, look.
You went down like 4.
You're right, LaJoy. I agree
Oh
with
my
you on
God.
that. Cheers to that, bitch. I agree.
Instagram is better. That's all a heart.
Now, does penis size
No commenting.
matter?
You cannot comment and say no commenting, no nothing. You can just like and keep no, but you better not get in that inbox. But here's the thing, just like niggas is in my inbox, how do I know you not in their inbox? Niggas will be niggas. I got men who are married men, loving and liking on shit, and I'm scared to be like, because I have more of the respect for my relationship. Like, if I'm uncomfortable with that, I would think she would be uncomfortable with that too. It's not saying that I'm insecure. It's not saying that I'm jealous. It's not saying none of that. It's respect.
Yeah.
Period. You can like all the fuck you want to, but as soon as you put emojis and hit in the inbox and commenting, we got a problem. Because that means you looking real close.
And then we were moving on. What does the penis size matter?
Does the penis size matter after what age?
First of all, I'm sorry. I have to send my testimony. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, please.
I feel like
The penis don't matter when you get to the 50s.
the 50s. Wow.
Because no, you gotta think about it. It gives you, as we all grow, just like from dating, the dating scene. Like, at 20s, I didn't have no expectations. 30s, I'm looking at you like, okay, what can you bring? 40s is like, we gonna be together, we not. 50s, okay, nigga, we about to, we can picking out plots, or we planning some retirement. Like, what we doing? 60s, like, okay, sit your ass down, we going on trips.
I don't feel like penis size matter.
At what age?
Any age for me. Because if I'm in love with you, and I love you, I like you, you just this and you're doing this, it's gonna feel like $1 million regardless.
Because I feel like a lot of people feel like penis size matters when you casually having sex with people.
For me, sex is emotional.
Yeah.
For me, it's very. I can't have sex with you, and if you don't call me, I feel some type of way. I've always been different when it comes to sex, and I'm totally different from a lot of people I hang when it comes to sex, because I feel like I just gave you my body.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, I know it's not weird, but I know it's kind of like, what? Bitch, I can fuck him and go back home?
Yeah.
I need you to make sure I got home.
Right.
I need you to call me. I need to let me know something. Like, I just don't, it's an emotional thing for me. And you cannot have
Right.
I have actually literally seen somebody drop their pants before, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't.
This is not gonna work.
I've done this a couple of times. I can't make it up. Because you know what my mother told me again? My mother's always in my head. She says, you get one cat. You get one cat, and that's it. You gotta take care of her.
Right.
And I know I tearing up my cat.
Girl.
That's right.
And then, okay, we moving on.
I don't mind you, like, talking to her. But as far as putting the beef cake, I'm very picky. Mr. Grayson? Okay.
How would somebody handle a heartbreak in their early ages, and now like even a failed marriage? What advice would you give to somebody?
A marriage, I think, is different from a regular breakup. A marriage, you have assets.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Emotionally, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that too.
No, that, yeah.
Because I say it's all connected, because I'm emotionally attached to these assets, motherfucker.
So,
in my 20s, like I said, you gonna hear me talk about pay you a lot. She said it takes someone to get over someone.
True.
Do you believe that?
Yes, I do.
Wholeheartedly.
Yes, I do.
What if you can't get over this person?
Well, now today, look, God forbid anything happen. I don't want nobody. I'm content. I would be by myself. But I'm saying back then, now, girl, I'll be sleeping in that big old bed, stretched out, me and my baby. Sleep, snore.
Moving on to the next. What does the perfect date night consist of?
At home, cooking dinner.
Some head.
LaJoy, like, yeah, that's about right.
Yes.
I'm talking about cooking dinner. Me getting drunk while he smoked his blunt.
Right.
And that's a good date night. Yes. Yes.
Chilling.
What would be a perfect date night if you got to step outside?
Oh, fine dining for sure.
Yes.
You know what? I love the beach.
I agree.
It's so therapeutic for me.
So maybe like
I've lost a lot of people, so the beach just showed me what God has done. It makes me feel closer. So take me to the beach. I don't need a whole lot.
Right.
It don't take a lot to please me. And you ain't gotta have no money.
Right.
I'm gonna have my home.
I can relate to that. Just the beach and some head, and I'm good.
Last question, y'all, before we go into dropping our socials. And I want to thank you so much. This is the last question. Favorite foreplay and sex positions and why?
Favorite foreplay? I would say it would have to be a 69. Nigga, if you want what I want, we doing this together. I might lift up a couple times because, you know, and you still be working.
You're totally right in doggy style.
Okay. And
I can deal with that too. Throw it back one time.
I like feeling like I'm in a porn movie.
that's because you got to have that connection with somebody.
What's your bedroom name? Champagne?
Nothing
And then you said you don't have no name. So do you prefer a quickie or a little bit of time?
My husband don't believe in those.
Huh?
Girl, mine either.
I feel like we would have sex all the time if you just give me a quickie. Like, you don't even know. I think they eat too young. That come from us.
So you said quickie, huh?
5 minutes and let's go. It's a whole. I have to prepare every time.
Y'all end up making porno videos type shit. Okay, hold on.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got too much energy. I'm about to be 42 tomorrow.
Well, happy early birthday.
Playing.
Yes, man. I want to thank you guys so much for joining the JLM Radio Podcast. I enjoyed you guys today, your answers, and we will be featuring you guys on more questions. I'm going to go ahead and drop some links here. Follow me on JLM Radio. I am featured on Facebook as well as my full name, Jen Malmberg, and that's Malmberg on Facebook. Also follow me on Instagram with _Jen100. That's Jen with 2 N's _host. Follow my hair page as well under Surefire Hair. We got Facebook with my girl Tawana, spelling Tawana, last name Grayson with an A, SON. Also follow my girl on IG with Tawana, Tawana 911. I want to thank Joy, my special guest as well, who joined in on the podcast last minute. I do appreciate you, girl. You made it. I loved it. You made it on top. Follow her at LaJoy, and that's LAJOI _Thomas THOMAS. Why? I'm sorry. Why? LAJOY _Thomas, y'all. Tune in next time. I love to see y'all. Follow me in here next time on JLM Radio Podcast. Take care now.